Would it shock you to know that a man might be jealous because he really likes you? I think when we think of jealousy, we think negative, we think raging, we think it's such a terrible, awful thing. We think it's hateful and mean. But the truth is that if a man really likes you romantically, he may get jealous of some of the most minute, interesting things, right? And some of it could seem almost a little silly. But the truth is that he is romantically interested in you, and he's like, she is mine. Not in a creepy way, but in a kind of a sexy way. Like you're my main squeeze. Like you're my main thing. Like, yeah. So, yeah, I think sometimes men will get really jealous. And, like, for example, there might be a little kid that comes up to you guys that you go to church with, and that little kid is like, I love you. And he hasn't said he loves you yet. He might feel a little jealous of that little kid. Like, get away from my person. I love her, not you. Or maybe the way you respond to another man, he wishes you would respond to him that way, so he feels jealous. Or if he thinks another man is looking at you and checking you out, he might become a little salty, like, how are you looking at that guy? And you're like, I'm not even interested in that guy. I don't know why he was looking at me. He might feel jealous. We're not talking about a mental disorder type of jealousy. That's a whole different topic that you need to be running from that dude. Like if he gets super aggressive and starts fighting or punching or cussing you out, that is unacceptable. But if he gets a little jealous and kind of storms out of the room like a little bit, or like, well, I'm out of here, or see ya, I think that's okay. I remember having a guy tell me, if you don't feel a little jealous, it makes me feel like you don't like me. But I think sometimes women can be over the top with their jealousy. Like they will stonewall you, like, I'm not speaking to you. Or they might yell at you. Or I think people do get jealous, and they can get a little bit over the top. Like they might snatch each other's cell phones. Like, who are you talking to? Who was that? So, yeah, so jealousy at a minimal level can be cute. It can kind of make things a little bit more exciting. But if you're giving the person something to be jealous of, like for real, like you're cheating or you're doing crazy things like that to make them jealous, or deliberately flirting with somebody else in front of them, I think that's too much. But a lightweight jealousy is okay. Jealousy gets a bad reputation, but when you zoom in on the lightweight, non-toxic version of it, the kind that slips out before he can stop himself, it can actually reveal something pretty telling. So I want to talk to you about why a man's jealousy can signal romantic interest. Jealousy is basically emotional radar. It activates when someone feels they have something to lose. If he didn't care, he wouldn't flinch. But when he does care, even a tiny shift in your attention can hit him like a notification he can't ignore. Think of it like this. He's suddenly alert. You mention another guy and he perks up like someone just said his name in a crowded room. He starts competing without realizing it. He'll try to be funnier, more attentive, or more present, almost like his instincts jump in before his brain does. He pays attention to who gets your time. Not in a controlling way, but in that, wait, do I matter to you the way you matter to me kind of way. His vibe shifts, a little quieter, a little more curious, a little more intense. That emotional flicker is hard to fake. At its core, jealousy is a sign of investment. It means your presence affects him. Your choices matter to him, and his emotions are starting to move from casual to personal. The key is always the tone of the jealousy. If it's playful, subtle, or just a momentary spark, It's often his heart showing its hand before he's ready to say the words out loud. So if he's jealous, a little jealous, that's okay. It could spice up the relationship and make it so much more alluring and fun. Some men don't show any signs of jealousy, and that's okay. It's just their personality. I feel like I personally don't lead with jealousy, but I have friends who say that they feel a lot of jealousy. But a man with that bold, strategic, take charge personality doesn't do jealousy quietly. His emotions don't leak out, they flare in sharp, controlled bursts that tell you something's up, even when he's trying to look unbothered. Let's talk about how he acts when he's jealous. His attention sharpens like a laser. He suddenly notices every detail: who you're talking to, how long you talked, what the vibe was. He won't admit he's watching, but he absolutely is. He gets more competitive, not in a childish way, but more like he subtly raises the bar. He'll be wittier, more competent, more present. It's his instinct to outperform any rival, even if the rivalry is imaginary. His questions get pointed. He'll ask things like, "So, how do you know him?" Or, "You two seem close." It's calm, controlled, but there's an unmistakable edge underneath. His energy shifts from relaxed to intense. He doesn't sulk, he focuses. His posture changes, his tone tightens, and he becomes very aware of where you are and who you're with. He tries to establish or re-establish his place in your world. He'll step closer, engage you more directly, or take the lead in the conversation. It's his way of saying, "I'm still the one you should be paying attention to." If this jealousy kind of feels good to you, it might mean that you're actually really into him. He won't admit he's jealous ever. He'll frame it as curiosity, logic, or concern, but the truth is he feels threatened, and that's rare for him, which is exactly why it shows. This type of man doesn't get jealous often, but when he does, it's because he sees you as someone worth fighting for. Men are a little territorial and protective, so a little bit of that can be sexy, and it can be a-okay with me as long as it doesn't lead to like extreme behavior. It could intensify the relationship and actually increase your bond. So if your man is a little bit jealous, let him enjoy that special place in his heart. So hey, beautiful people, thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments and what topics you want me to explore next. Your feedback means so much to me. Let's keep this adventure going. Don't break up with me. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. Check out my books on Amazon for insights on enhancing your love life, navigating narcissistic personalities, and exploring the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types. Links are in the description. You're amazing, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.